How do you feel about yourself? You know, these are the things that, you know, you really need to go look up the word attitude, because it's going to surprise you. It comes from a Latin word, and it's really interesting. One of the derivatives is to be fit. That's deep. And we're going to break all that down. You know, your feelings and your belief systems, your opinions of approval or disapproval. You know what I mean? When you think about your mind, your will, and your emotions, all of that is connected to your thought life. All of that is connected to your attitude. Your attitude, your perspective about something. Your attitude is everything. And it can be marred, it can be diminished, it can be strengthened, it can be right, it could be wrong, it could be outdated. Think about that. This one attitude may not fit with this situation. The things that's going on. Sometimes we have the wrong attitude that we rock with, and it served us, but it don't serve us anymore. Sometimes you might need to have an attitude of being aggressive and you be at war, you know, because of the situation. However, it changed. So you don't have to have an attitude of war, but of peace or synergy. Like some people say, well, I have a good attitude, but yet you can't get along with nobody because you have not developed the art of creating synergy. You know, attitude has to do a lot about how we evaluate things, people. Attitudes had to do with an attitude, an idea, or, you know, like you could have a, you know, attitude. You know, you could evaluate something, attitude about how you process something. You know, how you go about processing. If you're already pessimistic and negative, you're going to see that. You're going to uncover and unpack things that way. If your attitude is positive, you're going to unpack things that way. Jesus said, to the pure in heart, all things are pure. If you ain't never had your house breaking into, somebody peeping through your windows in your car, you're not going to be locking it up as much because you're thinking the way your attitude is that, well, nobody breaking my car or whatever, you know, I ain't worried about it. But if somebody did break in your car, your attitude will change. And all of a sudden you're looking out your window, you're buying, you may or may not buy a sound system. You know, I remember somebody broke into my car and I didn't buy a sound system or nothing for a whole year. I was mad, I had an attitude, you know, because somebody broke in my car, you know, and so that changed my attitude towards that car too. In fact, I started buying earplugs, you know, because I'm not going to spend all that money on that. Somebody going to break into it, see? But my attitude has changed a lot since then. Because sometimes I want to have something nice in my car, like satellite radio or something. So that attitude of mine, it will have to change. And there's behaviors that come with each of your attitudes. What's your attitude about waking up in the morning? What's your attitude about getting rest? What's your attitude about food? What's your attitude about fasting? What's your attitude about relationships? What's your attitude? Let me tell you something. That when I say relationships, that's important too, because we all have relationships with people, right? We react with people, but our attitude in regards to how we deal with people that have attitudes that are not favorable to us, you know, dealing with that. People with adverse attitudes, you know. You think about somebody who's contentious, they rock with contention, right? And so that they rock with it. You know, these people like chains and whips. They like all of that. Their attitude about that type of lifestyle, they with it. Well, if they bring that into my life, I'm not with it. Now we got a problem.